Greetings, fellow viceroys. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of a new series covering Against the Storm, Keepers of the Stone. If you would like to skip the game's overview or the details of this series, please use YouTube chapters. And this specific series doesn't get into the weeds in terms of game tutorial. So if you're looking for content like that, I've covered this game before, and a playlist to that previous series can be found in the description. Welcome everybody to Against the Storm, Keepers of the Stone DLC. Against the Storm is a dark fantasy city builder game where you play as a governing viceroy trying to survive against apocalyptic storms. The newest DLC has added a new species of frogs and a lot more content. Twitch integration will be enabled for this stream, and the goal is just to showcase the new content. But because I'll be starting a new campaign, we won't have the new species unlocked because it requires level 13. As far as integration goes, Twitch integration allows for the viewers to vote on certain decisions and then also to become blessings and curses upon our cities and towns. And there will be a chat minigame announcement when that becomes relevant. So let's jump into this. I skipped the tutorial. Normally when you start a new profile, you're locked into a tutorial, but it's a rather lengthy one, and I'll just explain as I go, as I normally do. Brand new campaign. So this is some of the campaign unlocks, where we get upgrades and certain buildings. And the game wants us to go into the smoldering city. So here we are. As you can see, all of the unlocks have been reset. No game history, none at all. So let's kick this off. One of the main goals now is to head out to these seals. Bronze seal is the one we're going to first. And there is also a world map modifier here. The region was settled, so there's chance of finding ruins and glades much higher. I like to try to hit these question marks on my way out to the seal. So I think what I'm going to do... but no, I had another thought. So the new biome is Coastal Grove. This biome. And it has the new Strider ports and fishing mechanics. So I think what I'll do is head this way and then wing west towards the bronze seal. All right. Here I am going to allow you guys to vote. And there is now a Twitch poll created for the starting caravan, whether it's Caravan 1 with lizards and beavers or Caravan 2 with just beavers. It looks to me... Oh, and then Caravan 1 also comes with 2 other random villagers. So it's not just beavers, it's beavers and some other stuff. As far as embarkation bonuses, because we're brand new, I don't have any choices. Eggs, wood, and roots. And then for difficulty, I'm going to select Veteran. For me at least, maybe not for you. I find that it really helps to have a lot more unlocks before trying to tackle harder difficulties, like Viceroy and Prestige. So I'm going to probably avoid Viceroy and Prestige so that we don't have any losses. Alright, Caravan 1 has 1. Cool. Let's go. So... the goal is to obtain resources for the Queen, and before I do that, this will be a little confusing, but let's read the starting conditions. So during Drizzle, there's 3 seasons in the game. There's Drizzle, Clearance, and Storm. And during the Drizzle, villagers that have housing will move 20% faster. As time progresses, and as your population grows, and as you open up new glades, the game gets harder and harder and harder. So it's sort of like a time limit, if you can imagine. where like endless play isn't all that possible. So the conditions. Creeping shadows. Opening a glade during a storm is very bad, and we should avoid it. And that happens at Forest Hostility level 1. Also at Forest Hostility level 1, working in the mine during the storm is very bad. And then the other hostilities are level 4 and 5, which I don't really need to worry about, but they can be negated with services and with housing. This biome has algae and fishing spots. And if we use bait 150 times in fishing huts, we can sacrifice algae in the ancient hearth to reduce hostility. And also it comes with the Strider port, so this is new. Your settlement begins on the coast of this strange land, near an ancient Strider port. Use it to send out expeditions in search of blueprints and treasure. However, you will receive fewer blueprints from reputation. So, previously, when you wanted to unlock new blueprints, there were two methods. One is from reputation, where once you hit certain reputation levels with the queen, she offers you a subset of blueprints that you can choose from. And the other is occasionally wandering traders would come with some blueprints. So there's now a third method, which is the Strider port. All right. So here's the Strider port, and the way it works is that you have people load up the Strider port with food for the Strider, which is either algae or fish, and then food for the crew, which is one of these 5 simple foods. And then you decide how much food you want to load up, and it will change the amount of time the Strider stays out there, but it also increases the chance for higher quality rewards. And you can choose between resource gathering, city building, food production, or industry rewards. So you can sort of guide it towards a certain blueprint, but you can't pick specifically. So that's the way the Strider port works, but I don't have food for it at the moment, so I'm not going to be using it immediately. So the first thing we want to do is take a look around. We have a reed field for harvesting camps. That will make fabrics. And then roots for food or grain. And we'll set the roads up for that. And then I am going to decide to go to the right in terms of woodcutting. So I'm going to set my woodcutter up here. In this woodcutter, I'm going to put the beavers, who are the best woodcutters. And for now, I'm going to tell them to avoid glades. This is also going to be a higher priority building, because I want that built first. All right, so let's get that built. I'm going to unpause. Other things I want to build pretty early on. A traditional trade port, so that traders can come visit. I'm also going to want a crude workstation, so that I can make some advanced materials, like planks of wood, fabric, or bricks. And then houses. And my population is 9, so I need at least 3 shelters to shelter everyone. Who's in here? Yeah, I guess it's fine. Actually, you know what? No, I don't want that. I'm going to put the human in the hearth. So the human in the hearth slows down the citadel's impatience. The lizard in the hearth increases morale, and the beaver in the hearth is more fuel efficient. So those are the 3 hearth conditions. Also, feel like this is a bit too loud, despite the fact that I adjusted this in the pre-stream. Okay. So there's the ability to join the Forest Guardians here, and I think that's open now. So you can hit ! join forest or join town. Joining the forest means that you are choosing a hostility to make it harder for me, and joining the Council of Elders means that you're choosing a bonus to make it easier for me. First, cornerstone. So cornerstones are bonuses that you get, and I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to choose clay delivery line. And the reason I'm choosing that is I didn't get a clay deposit in my starting location. So I'm going to need clay. Oh, look. We have people joining. So I have 3 people that are joining now in the Council of Elders. Awesome. All right, let's choose blueprints. I'm going to be making a lot of the strategic choices early on because you can sink your attempts pretty badly if you make poor choices. So I'm going to choose the clothier to be able to make coats, packs of building materials, and water skins. And then I'm going to leave the next one up for now. So in order to try to make the queen happy, we need to fulfill orders. And the first order, trading post and deliver amber, or complete a glade event. So the trade post and amber gives us tools, parts, and biscuits. So I'm going to choose the left option here. And I will allow you guys to vote more on these as I level up and I'm more capable. Deliver ore. Let's do that one as well. And then glade or deliver tools. So one of our deliveries here, both of these fulfilled gives me tools. So if I then choose the one to deliver tools, we can earn tools to then hand them back over. So I like the synergy there. Oh, look at that. A prayer to the sacred flame and the queen herself. 5% chance of producing double yields. Granted by one of my viewers, Kellyanne. Thank you. So I need 5 amber to fulfill the first trading post quest, or 15 copper ore. I don't have any of that. So let's look at some extra blueprints. Ooh. I'm going to choose herb garden and carpenter. Yeah. All right. So the first thing I want to do, or the next thing I want to do, is to build the carpenter, which means getting someone here in the crude workstation to make planks, fabric, and bricks. And specifically, the carpenter needs 5 planks and 2 fabric. And the carpenter, once it's built, will be able to make planks more efficiently than the crude workstation. The crude workstation is as simple as it can get. So let's take a look at some of these blessings. Hostilities increase 20 points. And raw and cooked food disappear 1 every 30 seconds. And the bonuses is morale and morale. All right. So I'm cutting eastward towards Plague's Best Doctor Glade in order to get rid of the Forest Guardian negative, but also to open up a glade. So one thing I need to make sure is, because we have creeping shadows, I need to make sure not to open up a glade during the storm. That would be not good. And I'm getting everyone housed so that they have housing bonuses for morale here as well. So, and maybe I won't build an extra house. Get rid of that. Alright, pretty solid start. What is this one? Scouts work slower on glade events. And these is fuel burns more efficiently. Okay. Now I could start setting up a fishing hut for this pond. And let's go ahead and do that so that I can start to demonstrate fishing. So this is the clearance season. Lasts for 4 minutes. And it rains clearance water. Yeah, I know how that sounds. And then afterwards is the storm. And I need to prepare for the storm. So I've got an herb garden to put down. And at some point, once I have the carpenter, I'll put the clothier down as well. So I am trying to cut... Oh, another thing I should do is to build 4 decorations to level up my hearth level. So let's go ahead and put benches. I'm going to put benches along the strider port. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Moxie, thank you for the resub. Oh boy. Bunch of extra hostility. Plus 60 hostility from mob viewers. Got it. I feel like the Forest Guardians are more effective than the Elders at the moment, but that's okay. I'm not really sure what Elder bonuses I'd even care for. But who knows. So one thing about the fishing ponds here is you cast your nets and you don't retrieve anything until you're totally done. So unlike all the other resource gathering that happens in this game, the fishing only really, you get the bonus once at the end of it. Which is kind of a significant departure from the traditional game mechanics. Alright, our hearth has leveled up. And this is the storm season. So during the storm season, it's shorter, it's only 2 minutes. And we have this unique negative here that our resolve drops for 3 minutes if we open a glade during a storm. So I am not going to be doing that. I know not to do that. Oh, also, you know what? Let me move myself over a bit. Because I'm blocking some of the bonuses I have. Whoa, I'm flying! And I'll do the same for Yoda. Whee! So things going pretty smooth here during the storm season. Stockpiling up. My fuel is rather low, but it's not... I'm not endangered of, like, running out or anything. And then... a trader will be here soon, and what I'm hoping to do is sell things for at least 5 amber, so that I can fulfill the trading post order that we have to gain reputation with the queen, and also to gain a blueprint. So now that it is drizzle season again, I'm going to tell my woodcutters to break into the Plague's Best Doctor Glade, and try to negate it. Also, a new cornerstone. Seeing that I'm about to break into a glade, I'm going to pick lost supplies. So an unusual amount of supplies can be found in some of the glades, gain 40 meat and 40 grain for each completed dangerous or forbidden glade. Meaning that when we neutralize the glade over here, I could gain a lot of bonuses. So, over here we have a haunted guild house. We've got a medium abandoned cache, and then we have this blood flower. The blood flower destroys cooked and raw food when it is being worked on. So what I'm going to do here is negate the blood flower as fast as I can. So what ends up happening is if you don't, then you suffer the consequences, and in this case it's after 10 minutes and 23 seconds, where the odor of the blood flower will start to make people feel sick, and it will spread uncontrollably. Neither of those sound very good to me, so let's neutralize that blood flower. One of the other things that we found over here is soil, farm field soil, so I can start farming on that. And we have people that want to immigrate. So there are 2 beavers or 2 lizards, and I'm going to have you guys vote for this. So there's a poll up in the chat. Vote for the newcomers. Radlogger, thank you for the bits. So the Forest Guardians right now are trying to destroy my food. Paired with the blood flower, which is a very powerful triple stack or quadruple stacked penalty. Because, right, I only have a finite amount of food. So I'm going to put, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire the beaver working in there. Fire the lizard working in there. Put the lizard in the hearth for morale. And then put the human here in the forager's camp because she'll forage a little bit faster than the others. Trying to earn food so that I don't bottom out. The other thing I can do is build the farm over here so that I can farm roots. And it looks like you guys want group 2. Done. Alright, this flower will be neutralized in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And I'm about to get the next 2 orders from the queen. Oh, I also forgot. I should be telling my beavers to cut down some additional stuff. Alright, so here is the carpenter. And I'm going to put a beaver in command of the carpenter because they are more effective. So every species has a few things that they're specialized in. Beavers are proficient at woodworking. So you put them in woodworking jobs and they have a chance for double yields. So there is passions and competencies, and aligning them appropriately is ideal. Also, where did I get amber? I have 1 amber, but I don't know what from. Strange. Okay, I'm trying to earn 4 more amber from this trader that just arrived so that I can fulfill an order. So I'm going to sell 2 of my wildfire essences for 4 amber. Done. That fulfills the trade post order, which will give me biscuits, parts, and tools. And the tools I can use to fulfill this order now too. Bingo, bango, bongo. Alright, 2 new orders. Deliver grain and have human resolve at 26. Or deliver ancient tablets. I'll have you guys vote. I could do either. I could do either. Alright, so there's a node of coal over here that I would very much like to tap. And we have new blueprints because of those fulfilled orders. Shoot. I don't like any of these options. I guess I'll pick a small farm, although that's not very helpful given that I have plantations. And then let's get a provision. No, let's get a butcher. Okay, looks good. Now, I haven't found a source of copper for the last order that I have up here. But hopefully I'll find one soon. Oh, it tied! I can be the tiebreaker. Let's go with Happy Humans. Next order. Delivering luxury goods, which I can make in the carpenter that I already have built, or delivering trade goods, which I cannot make. So I'm going to pick the luxurious. Well, actually, I'll have you vote. You can make it complicated for me if you want to vote for advanced trading. Also, Kellyanne, thanks for the gift of subs. That got boosted by Twitch for extra subs. Love it. Thank you, thank you. All right, so the plague flower is 1 minute away from going away. Oh, I have trade goods if I break down this guild house. So there is a way to get trade goods here. If we wanted to go that route, I would just need to burn down the old haunted guild house, which is fine. I mean, if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. All right, I'm going to start to cut my way westward into the next adjacent dangerous glade, as we have nearly negated this dangerous glade over here. Now, the other concern that I have is the amount of food that I have. So I'm going to start to set up... I'm going to get rid of this herb garden, because I don't want to eat herbs. And instead, I'm going to put down the small farm. And I'm going to pair that with a small warehouse so that we can deliver food to the warehouse quickly, as my forest guardians are trying to, like, starve me to death. So I'm trying to counter that. Alright, we defeated this blood flower. Now we can loot it for its goods. And the training gear we can then subsequently use to break open these caches to gain access to their goods. So that might be something I end up doing. Let's see. I'm actually going to pull... No, I'll leave that alone. Happy humans, huh? Alright, let's try to make the humans extra happy. So I'm going to favor the humans over the other races, trying to boost their resolve, because now we have 40 grain, and in 25 seconds I will have happy enough humans to fulfill that order. That's good stuff. Alright, no deposits near the foraging camp. No problem. I'm going to fire both of them temporarily so that they build the small warehouse here. And then the other thing I wanted to do over here is this crude workstation should no longer make planks because I have a more efficient method to make planks in the carpenter. Got it. One of the other benefits of breaking down this blood flower is we're going to get crystallized dew, which I will turn into tools and use those tools to open up more of these caches. Alright, so that order is done. Happy humans. And 2 humans joined us as a result, and you guys voted for luxurious delivery. Got it. So as far as luxurious delivery, that requires us to deliver, what, 10 packs of luxury goods? And I can turn the training gear that I'm getting from the blood flower into luxury goods to deliver for that order. All the synergy. Gotta love it. Queen Curiosity, thank you for the bits. Now I'm going to lower my interface a little bit more so that it's not overlapping the alerts. There we go. A little bit better. And Iolobot, thank you for the resub too. Okay, everybody has a home. Food's bouncing back a little bit. I am low on fuel. Noted. And that sound means the storm is coming. Okay, they're building the small warehouse, and that means I can start farming in earnest. And I'm going to farm a mix of vegetables and grain. And then here in the food collector, I will employ a lizard. Oh boy, we have a lot of hostilities going on. So opening up a glade would be bad, and working in a mine would be bad. I won't do either. I'm going to move my carpenter out and put him in place of the lizard in the hearth so that we preserve fuel a little bit more efficiently, because I'm concerned about that. Alright, we're making the trade goods with the weapons that we obtained, and I'm going to raise that as a higher priority recipe by hitting this up arrow. So luxury goods, rather, will always come first before other things. Now, I would like an alternative method of obtaining fuel for the hearth, and that will be my next goal, is to get a better fuel source. All right, new cornerstone. Yeah, let's do... Ooh, you know what? Either of these would be really good. So farming tools would boost our small farm that we have, and grain bags would boost the grain production from that farm. So I'm going to have you vote on this cornerstone. I could go either way, and as such, I will leave it up to you. And then we should have newcomers coming in pretty soon. Alright, cornerstone, you guys voted for me to... Oh, no. Okay, that's... I was like, you voted to decline? For the amber? I mean, I'll do it, but... It's because you're still voting. Derp. Alright, how many tools do I have? I have 1 tool. That's because we're making the luxury goods first. Alright, you guys voted... Oh no, you're still finishing the vote. Farming tools. Okay, let's do it. The amount of goods produced in a farm is boosted, so you can see the boost over here. Awesome. Newcomers. I'll have you vote on this. They're basically the same. One comes with amber, the other comes with a little clay and a little food. I'll have you pick the newcomers. Oh, I see you're trying to starve me again. Forest Guardians, I'm on to you. I see you. Trying to starve little old me. I noticed. Once the... Oh, you know, I have a lot of algae, but I don't have a lot of food, so I'm not going to use the Strider Port until I have more food. I think it would be a little risky for me to use my finite amount of food at the moment, and send the Strider out. Alright, group 2. So with group 2 here, let's rearrange our workers. I'm putting the humans in the farms and the forager camp, so that we can boost our food, because I see you guys trying to starve me. I noticed. We need at least 2 more shelters because of homelessness. And let's see. I have 4 other unemployed people. So let's just have a bunch of fishermen, lizard fishermen. I, for one, welcome my lizard overlords. Alright, how about we, during the clearance period, pop into Paragodog's Dangerous Glade and see what's going on over there. New orders. So, this one, delivering ancient tablets for a bunch of food and wine, or delivering trade goods and building materials for the ability to make beer more efficiently, training gear, and wine. I'll have you guys vote on that. And here we go. We have got a withered tree. So withered tree can be burned down, but it can only be burned down if we have purging fire, or we can cut it down, but it will spawn blight rot cysts over our town. Oh boy. I think I'm going to try to cleanse it. So I'm going to make a blight rot post to be able to make basically flamethrower fuel. This also came with a stamping mill. Stamping mills are great for making bricks, flour, and copper bars. I like it. And they came with a large encampment, which we could send these people to the Citadel for money. There's also a charcoal vein and a reed field And a worm tongue nest, but it's too large for me to collect. Got it. Alright, these woodcutters, I'm going to move them. So I'm going to move the woodcutters here. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have them just like stockpile wood real fast. So I'm having them sit right next to a warehouse where they can drop it off. The other thing I want to do is the tool makers. Stop that. Don't make tools. I need the... So we have enough for the luxurious delivery now, but I need the copper to be able to burn down this withered tree. So order. Oh boy. I am not exactly ready for new villagers to join us. So I have fulfilled this order, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna sit on it for a minute because I just can't afford to house and feed new people at the moment. We still haven't found a copper mine. Oh well. Okay, so here is the Blightrot post. I'm going to employ the Lizardman in there, and I want to make 4 purging fire so that we can burn down that evil tree. And I'll create a road out to it. I'll probably want to rebuild this stamping mill, because it will be really nice to be able to make flour and copper bars and also make bricks more efficiently. And then there was the clothier that I still haven't built yet either. So let's get the clothier out too. Because putting clothing on our backs is going to make people a lot happier. And in fact, I'm going to expand these. So here you can see the morale effects. Clothing will affect beavers and humans. But not lizardmen. I'm also being given low on fuel warnings. Got it. So I don't need 2 of these luxury goods. I made 12. I only need 10 for the mission. And let's exchange that, given that I was just warned about food, for some jerky. And in fact, given my lack of food in general, I'm also gonna buy porridge. With my remaining amber. So how many tools did I managed to make 9 tools? Oh man, I'm 1 away from being able to pop that box and send it to the Citadel. Darn. So close. Inactivity counter? I don't know. I've not played this from a viewer's perspective. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do is to free up the area around this charcoal. To cut it down so I can build a mine here. So let's have our tree cutters do that. So here's the clothier. The clothier needs resin or dye to make coats. So I don't really have the materials to run that at the moment. So I'm going to need a blueprint for dyes. Yeah. Wow, I super don't have fuel right now. My tree cutters suck. Why are you taking so long? Does it keep changing your work space? Probably that's it. What I can do in the meantime is let's shut down our carpenter. Let's stop making planks out of raw wood so that we can make it, use it wisely elsewhere. Alright, fishing hut is idle. So the fishing hut managed to grab and empty out that pond entirely. So I'm just going to plop the deactivated fishing hut over there. And we ended up with a whole bunch of fish and algae. But I'm not going to risk my paltry amount of food that I have sending out a strider. I wish I could show you that stuff, but I'm to... Yeah, I don't have a lot of raw food, so it'd be a bit of a risk. Thank you for tuning in to Against the Storm, Keepers of the Stone, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 27th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow viceroys.